any of the 14 at this point that we would say are definitely not going to come through. Because at least I would expect the PNP to get back those 14 and if anything add more to that. But
and if anything, you're not expecting a close race.
I'm thinking that it should be close. I am thinking that it should be close.
Sean, just give me a check.
There are some times when we think it's close and sometimes when we don't think it is close. But based on what we saw today in terms of the turnout.
No, Natalie, I'm going to introduce you.
And the energy from both sides.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So it seems like we have Shanice there now. Is Shanice ready now? Oh.
All right, so we hear that Shanice is now ready. So we're going to go back to the EOJ's office to find out from Shanice what is the latest in terms of the vote count from that end.
All right, good evening, listeners and viewers. Right now there's a little bit of change in pace because the Director of Elections, he has just come on location. He has been locked in a meeting earlier. He's saying that he will only do one interview. We have several media houses here. He's doing one interview. So we are trying to navigate to see how well we can. We can? All right, so somebody else has grabbed him. So what I'm going to do is just give you the progress as it relates to results so far. So it's 95 boxes, 95 of 72, 7,294 boxes completed. That's the update that we have as at 7:01 p.m. And we're looking at the screen. We have a splash of green. We have a splash of orange. So it's early time. So for those persons who I know they're very anxious, they just have to wait a bit more because this is not the final figures. We have some results as it relates to the constituencies in St. Andrew West Central. There were some polling stations, well, the numbers were up, now they're gone. I guess because the Director of Elections, he came on spot, so things are changing. So I am moving to another. Forgive me, I'm trying to navigate because, as I said, the Director of Elections, he came, so everything is just shifting in place. But I'm at another screen where they're giving the progress as well. For Kingston Central, the JLP has 38 votes. The PNP has 17. Kingston East and Port Royal, the JLP has 8. 152 for the PNP. St. Andrew West Rural, 379 votes, 483 for the PNP. And we have, let's move to St. Catherine Southwestern. We have 247 for the JLP, the PNP 254. St. Catherine Southwestern, we have 247 for the JLP, the PNP 204. As you know, it's 1 point. Let me take another look at the progress board. Very fast, 1.3% so far, 95 of 7,294 boxes completed. And yeah, that's it for now.
Shanice, are you able to say or hear from the EOJ what the latest voter turnout is?
So that's something that we are all still waiting on. So the last updated figure was at 3. And as you know, that's 30.14%. I have asked, even before this link, whether or not we'll be getting an update, and they too don't have it right now. So we're just watching the figures as they come in. That's the best we can do because the voter turnout has not been cemented or finalized. But what we do know is that there have been some issues at polling stations earlier, and they're working out those issues as time goes on, and the boxes are being counted. Oh, something else came onto the screen. Let me just turn to Westmoreland Central. We have Don Foot, 0% of the votes so far. 1% for, that's an independent, and 1% vote so far for Kathleen Greenwood. Dwayne Vaz has 74 votes. That's 42%. That's Dwayne Vaz of the PNP. And the JLP's George Wright has 101 votes, 57%. So right now in Central Westmoreland, George Wright is leading with 101 votes so far. So that's it for now. I hope at the next time we meet, I can give you some more information. I know the Director of Elections said that he may not be able to speak with us individually, but I'm going to try my best to grab him. And when I do, I'll send news to our producers so that we can have something for our newscast.
All right, Shanice, thank you so much. And we, of course, will be joining you later on.
The time on IRIE FM is
Franklin. Shanice closed out her report a short while ago with the results for Westmoreland Central.
Yes.
And she spoke
George
of
Wright.
George Wright with 101 and Dwayne Vance with 74. One of the incidents, if you'd say Mara was a part of the election day today, was an alleged incident of assault involving a man and a woman. So I'm just wondering.
Where is that? In St.
That was
Elizabeth?
in St. Elizabeth.
Yes, okay.
Right? Norman Scott and
Yes.
indoor agent. I'm just wondering, you know, the fact that we close out with George Wright, if it brings us back to that incident.
You're provoking.
Very, very, very.
Just say some time ago. But you know, those results are very, very early.
Very early.
They
very
really
early.
said nothing. I mean, people who are there and who are watching from those parishes and who know what boxes those are, from which PDs, would get a sense of it. Because, you know, you might hear somebody getting 50-odd%, Natalie, but that is
57%.
yeah, that is
Just
from
particular
from
PD.
their supporters are coming from that particular area.
Yes, and it depends
And
on
then
the PDs where those boxes are coming
Absolutely.
from. In terms of projection, that is how it normally goes.
Yeah.
Except for, in terms of projection, that is how it normally goes.
Yeah.
Except for probably back in 1983 when the PNP didn't contest that. 83 it was?
83.
Where the PNP didn't contest the election.
All right, so Shanice, we want to go back to the EOJ in a little bit. Shanice apparently has the Director of Election, Glassboro Brown, and so it'd be good to kind of hear from him what's going on in terms of the voter turnout today, so Jamaica can have a better understanding of how many people turned out. So as soon as Shanice, we can link with Shanice, we would like to join her.
Yes, that matter of voter turnout though is important because people say it tells a lot generally, and especially if there's a higher turnout where we're expecting, and we have to remember the last one, 37, was low because of several circumstances and was the lowest ever of the general. So even beating that is not a significant feat, beating that to come at 40 or 42.
I would want to hope that it's better than
I
that.
thought it would be hitting 50 based
Yeah.
on what I was seeing today on the ground and hearing.
It is important that we get past the 37.
It's
because it would mean that the voter apathy continues. And we really don't want that. Those mass meetings that we saw with someone, it could.
that's where I was going to go. Because when you look at the crowds and they're telling you who lock off which square and who can't count the numbers.
So the people must collect the money and just don't go vote?
You couldn't say that of other people.
No, I'm assuming.
Maybe somebody just wanted to go on and drive out too. They don't want to drive out.
Those crowds were huge, man. Those crowds were huge.
Yes.
All right, let's try to rejoin Shanice right now. I think she has a Director of Election. So, Shanice, let's bring you in now. Good evening again,
All
Shanice.
right, Natalie, thank you. Yes, I do have the Director of Elections, Sir Glassboro Brown, right here with me. And he has many things to do, so I'm just going to ask one question, sir. First, thank you so much for gracing the airways of IRIE FM, but what are some of the challenges that persons experienced or the EOJ have reports of during this voting process, and how have they been addressed?
So the challenge that we had, there was frequent complaints of people, the process not moving as fast as it ought to, how they would, the expectation. We rolled out for this year the new EV system. There were some challenges in terms of 4 of the constituencies. What we did is to pause it and then go back to the manual arrangement. In the other 3, we went fairly well. Another challenge that we had in terms of persons